What's up guys, it's Lightsprowl here, and today I'm bringing you a video of my new favorite XP or fodder or whatever you want to call it farmer. Right here you can see this is Aiden. Here, I'll prove it's Hell. It's Aiden Hell difficulty, it's floor 1. And I'll show you the runes afterwards in a second, but you'll see this Fuco can farm this with no problem at a decent speed. Like I said, I'll show you the runes. They're nothing insane. He's actually on Violent. He's not even on Vampire. And there's no need for him to be on Vampire because you'll see these guys can't break his shield. They literally just don't break his shield. He doesn't get any damage done to him at all. He's not close to dying in this. And so I recently made this guy for Necro, but when I was trying to level him up to 40, I was just using him to I was soloing with him. I was doing this just this morning. I literally just made this Fuco like 6 hours ago or something. But I realized that he's just a super good fodder farmer. I didn't used to farm Aiden. The only time I've ever had an Aiden farmer is one time I ruined one of my Lucians with Vampire so I could farm Aiden so I could get Grim Reaper skill ups because I was building a water Grim Reaper and I needed skill ups for him. So I temporarily ruined Lucian with Vampire, but it was a really weak Vampire set and he would still even lose sometimes. And it was a really similar time to this in terms of the speed of the run. But I'll explain why Fuco is super, super good at farming XP. So, basically, as you can see, the shield didn't pop the whole time. So, that's nice. But every time the enemies attack him, they get a 1-turn speed debuff. So, basically, once their team goes, the whole team is speed debuffed. And then the second skill, if it hits someone with a speed debuff, will stun them. So, you get like AoE speed debuff, AoE, like, they give themselves an AoE speed debuff. And then you stun them afterwards, and then he does damage, and they can't break the shield, and he farms it in a minute and a half normally on average. You can see here, this is a minute 24, but I mean, that's pretty close to a minute and a half. It's insane how easily he does this, and he doesn't need high rune requirements. The shield is based on his level. So once you get this guy to level 40, I'll show you how much defense he has. If you get this guy to level 40 with at least 263 defense, and note that this rune right here gives 118, so that's what, like, that's not include just the main stat of this. Your slot 3 rune is going to give 118 if it's a 6-star plus 12. With this much defense, at least the shield doesn't pop, so you don't need to worry about vampire runes on him. You can put whatever runes you want for whatever you're using him for, and he's gonna work. It's really cool actually. So I don't know exactly the minimum defense needed. You might not need any defense. You might need just 100, just 200, 250, 263 might be the minimum amount to make it so he doesn't get the shield popped ever. And also note, I have my glory building maxed for defense. I'll show you. I've got the guard stone, wherever that is. Yeah, I've got this guard stone maxed also, so take note. And I also have the sky tribe totem maxed. And I have the crit damage on, but that doesn't really matter as much. But the reason I say the sky tribe totem is because if you guys were trying to make sure he gets the first turn, I have plus 16 speed plus the 15 from the sky tribe totem. So I have like 31 extra speed. So that's what I really have. But so it's just, I want to make it because it's really just that easy. If you guys are wanting to make your first fodder farmer or a 6-star to use for the purpose of farming experience, Fuco is an insane candidate for it. I've never really been able to farm super high levels. Up until now, I've actually been farming Haidini 5 with Illusion, and it's a super fast run. It's like 15 seconds, but it doesn't give as much XP. And then I messed around with a vampire Susanoo farming this, and you can get it to work, but you actually need to give him pretty good vampire runes for him to work. And so that's why I didn't like it. And when I was an early game player, I can't get good vampire runes, so it just didn't really work. So if you're early game and you want a fodder farmer, I highly suggest Fuco. It's not going to be a monster that's good at the beginning and never again. My first ever 6-star was Susanoo, and I made him to farm Fayman, and I regretted it hugely because I made him 6-star, and I gave him vampire runes, like the best ones I had at the time, and he couldn't farm Fayman because the vampire runes were too bad. So my first 6-star was forever wasted because now I just have a Susanoo that is, and Susanoo's bad. So yeah, but Fuco has a ton of use, given that he is debatably one, if not the best Necro B10 damage dealer. So Fuco will always have a spot in your monster box, and it will always be worthy of having good runes and being at 6-star. So that's why I think Fuco is an insane option for your early game players trying to make your first 6-star or whatever. Just trying to make a 6-star to farm XP. It's good. A minute and a half to farm Aiden Hell is not terrible. Of course, when I farm Hydini 5 with a Lucian in 15 seconds, I get more XP per minute with the Lucian, but not more XP per energy. So if you're low on energy or crystals or whatever, this is a really good option. But that's kind of all I have for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just tell me in the comment section. Also, if there's anything else you want to see, be sure to leave it in the comment section. I don't know if Fuco could farm one of these later stages. He maybe could, he maybe couldn't. I really actually just don't know. I might try it, and if he does work, I might make a video on it. I might not. You'll see if I do make one, I guess, if you check my channel. But yeah, that's really all I have for today, though, guys. So may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows.